Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology Channel.
We are talking about a topic that we talked about just probably about a week or two ago, right? Or within the last couple of weeks.
I think so.
Creatine and its benefits. Let's get into it.
Creatine has long been associated with strength training and muscle growth, making it one of the most popular and extensively researched sports supplements available. But muscles are not the only tissues that depend on creatine for energy. The brain also relies on the same cellular energy system, leading scientists to ask whether the supplement could have benefits beyond the gym. Would you like to know more?
A new systematic review published in the journal Brain Medicine on June 30th of this year examined whether creatine might play a role in treating depression. While some clinical trials producing encouraging findings, the overall evidence remains mixed, and researchers say it is too early to recommend creatine as a standard treatment.
Rather than conducting a new experiment, researchers led by Bassam Darius Fairs, not making that name up, of the University of Ottawa, analyzed previously published studies. After reviewing the available literature, they identified 6 reports covering 5 randomized controlled trials in which participants and researchers did not know whether creatine or a placebo had been given.
The studies were carried out in South Korea, the United States, Brazil, Israel, and India.
Wow.
Although they included 238 participants at the start of the trial, with 126 receiving creatine and 112 receiving a placebo. Participants averaged 36 years of age, and most were women. 2 of the studies enrolled women exclusively. Interesting.
4 trials focused on people with major depressive disorder, while 1 involved participants experiencing depressive episodes related to bipolar disorder. Because the studies differed substantially in their methods and design, the researchers did not combine the results into a single statistical analysis. Instead, they evaluated each study individually.
The findings were far from unanimous. 2 of the 5 trials, both based on the same study of women with major depressive disorder, reported meaningful improvements. In one trial, participants who took 5 grams of creatine daily alongside the antidepressant
Escitalopram.
Citalopram.
I've taken that before.
Okay. Experienced a greater reduction in the depressive symptoms after 8 weeks than those who received the placebo. The improvement was considered large by standard statistical measures, with a Cohen's, what is that? What is it? D differential?
Coefficient, yeah, some kind of coefficient.
Okay, of 1.13 on the Hamilton Depression Rating Scale. All this stuff is way out of my league. And remission rates were also high. So
this makes sense. Okay. Another study combined creatine with cognitive behavioral therapy and found that participants experienced a greater reduction in depression scores than those receiving therapy plus a placebo.
The remaining 3 trials, however, found no measurable benefit. One tested 5-gram and 10-gram daily doses in people whose depression had not improved with medication and found no advantage over placebo. Another, involving adolescent girls receiving several different doses, also showed no meaningful difference. A third study examined people with bipolar disorder experiencing depressive episodes and likewise found no improvement.
Researchers also noted an important safety concern. 2 participants with bipolar disorder who received creatine developed hypomania or mania, suggesting the supplement may affect people differently depending on their underlying condition.
Researchers say there are biological reasons to investigate creatine as a possible depression treatment. The brain consumes enormous amounts of energy relative to its size, and creatine helps cells regenerate adenosine triphosphate, the molecule that powers many cellular processes. Previous studies have found changes in brain creatine metabolism among people with mood disorders, raising the possibility that disrupted energy production could contribute to depression.
Creatine may also influence dopamine and serotonin, two neurotransmitters commonly targeted by antidepressant medications. Even so, the researchers emphasize that these connections remain theoretical. Current evidence shows an association between brain creatine levels and mood, but it does not prove that one causes the other. Depression is a complex condition influenced by many biological and environmental factors.
The authors caution that the available evidence has several important limitations. The trials involved relatively small numbers of participants, and women made up most of the study population, with 2 trials including only female participants. Study quality also varied, with 2 trials considered at low risk of bias and 3 raising some concerns, largely because how participants were assigned to treatment groups and how missing data was handled. That's interesting. What the heck?
To better understand creatine's potential, the researchers call for larger and longer clinical trials extending beyond 8 weeks. They also recommend studying creatine alongside exercise and investigating whether different doses produce different results, while recognizing that these higher doses may not necessarily be more effective.
Animal research offers another clue worth exploring. Studies have suggested that creatine affects depression like behavior affects depression like behavior differently in male and female rodents, which could explain why the human studies involving more women appear to show different or greater benefit.
For now, the evidence suggests creatine is an intriguing possibility rather than a proven therapy. Best known for helping athletes build muscle, the supplement may also have untapped potential for the brain, but much more research will be needed before doctors can determine whether it belongs in a depression state.
I wonder why it affects one gender differently than the other gender. That's interesting to
I
me.
wonder if that's testosterone or what is the female version of that? Estrogen. Maybe
Estrogen,
maybe that affects it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. That's weird because I mean, is there really that much difference in a brain? And I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. I'm just the brain is.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Interesting.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the morning.
Take care, everyone. Thank you. Have a great day.